Hey guys, what's up? It's Ben Golliver from Blazers Edge, and we had talked about 6 months ago about doing more videos on the site, and really I just haven't gotten around to it. Dave's done his excellent video podcast, but past that, it's kind of been a no-show, and I got a little email this morning from the SB Nation people. They said, hey Ben, we want to see a post-game recap for this Bobcats game. I was looking around like, are these guys serious? Blazers Bobcats Monday night, this is the game they want to bring the videos back for? What do you know, it's probably the game of the season from a Blazers fan perspective. Portland, epic comeback here, 118 to 112 in overtime. The Blazers finished on a 39 to 15 run in the final 5 minutes of regulation and overtime. This was spectacular. I mean, how are you ever going to predict this, really? Luke Babbitt hitting back-to-back threes down the stretch. He hit more three-pointers in a 2-minute stretch of the fourth quarter. The second one tied the game than he had hit in the previous 3+ weeks combined. This is a guy who's barely playing. When he is playing, he can't hit the broadside of a barn, whatever that phrase is. And he hits 2 back-to-back, has a season-high 9 points, key down the stretch, along with Damian Lillard and Nicholas Batum getting some points there to push the game into overtime. But let's start at the start. Who could forget Byron Mullins putting LaMarcus Aldridge on an absolutely ridiculous poster? One dribble from basically the three-point line on an offensive rebound that hit the ground first, one of those Cardinals sin kind of things. J.J. Hickson paid the price for that with his playing time. Mullins takes off, goes up over LaMarcus Aldridge, just absolutely filthy. That's going to be in LaMarcus Aldridge's nightmares for a long time. Byron Mullins, probably the play of his life, and he had a late dunk too that was very nice as well, so he's clearly developing and growing as a player, but that came from absolutely nowhere. And I was all set to have this sort of be a super positive, glasses half full kind of video. Somewhere in the middle of the third or fourth quarter there when Ben Gordon was starting to go off. You know, he had 29 points, 8 3-pointers. He just seemed like he couldn't miss. And overall, I thought the effort level and execution wasn't terrible by the Blazers. I thought that they just caught a team at home that was hot and they were going to lose the game. Wouldn't you know it? They didn't fold after all that barrage from Gordon. They hung tough. Damian Lillard put a little bit of early shooting problems behind him. Did a few different things on offense, getting people involved. They got some lucky shooting there from Babbitt or some timely shooting, however you want to look at it. But probably the favorite moment of the entire exchange was after overtime, when they were having some struggles on offense. Terry Stotts points at Luke Babbitt, at the bench and is basically telling his guys, feed this guy the ball. Have we ever seen that during the Luke Babbitt era of Portland? First of all, he's usually on the bench, not looking very happy. Not only is he on the court, not only is he shooting the basketball, not only is he making the shots, but his coach wants him to get the ball more. This is like an alternate universe. We haven't seen this ever during the Luke Babbitt era in Portland. But let's also not overlook LaMarcus Aldridge. This was a different LaMarcus Aldridge than we've seen really in the first month of the season. He's getting back a little bit more frequently down low, and this game was probably the best case of that. He had a season-high field goal percentage. As far as I know, he had 15 of his 17 field goals from 15 feet or in, so he's doing most of his work in the paint. He had a couple big putbacks and just kind of garbage baskets there late to help key the push that wound up in a victory. This was really one of his better nights. Overall, he had 25 and 13. Those are nice numbers. That's what you want to see from Aldridge, and that's actually what you've seen during the run-up to the last 2 All-Star games. He's put up those kinds of numbers on a more regular basis in the month before sort of the All-Star voting. It's good to see him get that little campaign maybe kicked off a little bit earlier than usual because you want to see him playing at full intensity, especially on the road with a young team that's really going to rely on him to do a lot. That's pretty much all I got from this game. 24-9 from Lillard, and it wasn't even his best effort. He's looking very good out there. He had a tough matchup, I thought, with Kemba Walker, who's really improved as well for the Bobcats, and he held his own. He got the turnovers out of his system early, and he played solid down the stretch. All right, that's all I got. We'll probably have more of these videos here coming over the next few months. If you really liked it or you really hated this video, be sure to let them know in the comments. They're really looking for feedback and all that stuff. And be sure to subscribe to the SB Nation channel on YouTube. All right, guys, take care.